Hello, fellow collectors. Welcome back to another TTM Show Saturday Special. TTM stands for Through the Mail. These are Through the Mail autograph returns. This one return is from a former Major League Baseball player who played in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. He was a major leaguer who had a son who played in the majors as well, and a grandson. He was inducted into the St. Louis Sports Hall of Fame. Here he is in their induction speech. Ducky Schofield and Dick Schofield. This return is from Ducky.
Being an outstanding defensive player can keep you in the major leagues for a long time. The best example of that is Springfield's Ducky Schofield and his son Dick. Combined, they played Major League Baseball for 33 seasons. Yeah, I said 33 seasons. Ducky will always be remembered as the Cardinals' history as the first bonus baby signed out of high school for what was a stunning, I've read 40,000 or 50,000. What was it, Ducky? Not enough, he said. Well, in those days, the bonus babies had to be kept on the roster for 2 years. He played 5 years for the Redbirds. His glove, of course, was his calling card, but he had some good stretches with the bat, too. Like in 1960 with Pittsburgh, he replaced an injured Dick Groat and hit .403 for the rest of the season and helped the Pirates beat the Yankees in the World Series. He wore a major league uniform for 19 seasons with the Cardinals, the Giants, the Yankees, the Dodgers, Red Sox, and Brewers. He'll have to tell you the story about how he was thrown out of a major league game before he ever played in one. You probably heard the expression, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Well, that's true in the Schofield family because son Dick played 14 seasons in the majors, like father, like son. A superb fielder with great range, he played the majority of his career with the Angels, but also spent time with the Mets, the Blue Jays, and the Dodgers. Not a power hitter, but he did hit 52 out of the yard in his career. The most famous was a walk-off grand slam to power the Angels to a 13-12 win over Detroit, still called the greatest comeback in Angels history. We've never done this before, but tonight we're going to induct the Schofields, father and son, into the St. Louis Sports Hall of Fame. Come on, Schofields. Greg will do the interview.
You know, I was collecting baseball cards as early as 1955, and I have your baseball card from the Cardinals. And actually, I have it here tonight. And we've got some other pictures to see. Good to see you, and you, Dick, as well. And you're such a unique family. Tell us a little bit about let's start with you. Tell us about the bonus baby contract in 1953 with the Cardinals. $50,000, is that right?
Not quite. It was 40.
Still, that was a lot of money then.
Well, yeah, I had no idea. I just wanted to play baseball. And the Cardinals offered me that, and I jumped on it, of course, and it's been gone a long time, though.
Ducky, it turned into 19 seasons, though. I mean, you played, 5 here? And then the big thing that this man did, in 1960, we all remember, I remember I was in school, and they allowed us to watch the World Series games. And they were all day games. And the Pittsburgh Pirates are playing the New York Yankees, Game 7 of the World Series, and Bill Mazeroski hits the magic home run to win that World Series. This man was there, but you know what? Before that, in the month of September, remember Dick Groat, our great shortstop in 1964? I mean, the Cardinals don't win in 64 without Dick Groat. And in 1960, he was the National League MVP and the star of the Pittsburgh Pirates, and he got hurt. And this guy stepped in, and he hit .406 for the month of September, which really helped carry them to that World Championship.
That was probably the most exciting year I played baseball. I mean, it was the first time Pittsburgh won a pennant in 33 years, so it was pretty exciting, no doubt about it.
Was that the high point of your career? I mean, you
No,
were a
no.
survivor, man.
No, they had to tear that thing off of me. I would have still been playing if they'd let me. I mean, you know, I love to play, and my dad taught me how to play, and I would never have been to the big leagues without my dad. And I had 19 fantastic years. I played with some great baseball players, just great players. And somebody up here said something about individual sport, golf.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they gave me a little stick one time and sent me up to hit, and Koufax was pitching. I had a better chance of jumping 8 feet.
Well, you know what's ironic about that? Seriously, the sheet of baseball cards I brought here tonight from 55, they're numbered, of course, and they're in slots. And Sandy Koufax is on that page with you, right below you.
Yeah, I played with St. Louis total 7 years and Pittsburgh 7 years. So I was lucky enough to be part of 3 World Series teams, but I can sit here and tell you that the greatest night I ever had in my life was in 1983. My son ran out on the field. Greatest night I ever had in my life.
I think it's time to talk to you then. I mean, we got him. Dick, your father was a player, obviously, and you were following along. Was that what you wanted to be always?
Yeah, I didn't know anything different. Really run around the Busch Stadium, Fenway Park, getting dirty every night under the bleachers, and then at some point in time, I just thought everybody's dad was the ball player.
And you played 14 seasons, 4 teams, and he also has a World Series ring with the Toronto Blue Jays. That was the Carter home run, correct?
Yeah, it was 1993 against the Phillies. Joe hit the home run in Game 6. I was probably the 4th guy, if you ever watch it, jumping up and down on him. There's 2 guys that didn't play in that World Series on the Toronto Blue Jays, and I was one of them. But Darnell Coles is the other. He's the hitting coach with Milwaukee, and whenever I see him, we kid each other about not getting in the World Series. But we got a ring, and we got the experience.
I mean, consider this. Bill Mazeroski and Joe Carter, same family, played in those 2 great games. I mean, it's pretty remarkable and ironic that they did that and they both won. Ron already alluded to that. Was the walk-off homer one of the great moments in your career?
Yeah, it was '86. That was the year the Angels won the pennant, and it was late August. And it was just one of those games. I think it was 12-5, I think. Long story short, we loaded the bases, down by 3. I hit a grand slam, and we win the game 13-12.
13-12. And finally, you guys are both linked to a current big league star who's in Washington. The Cardinals could really use him, but they don't want a power bat apparently. But they have an opportunity. But anyway, Jason Worth is a relative, correct?
My grandson.
Greg, I mentioned in the intro, and you got to have Ducky explain this, how he was thrown out of a major league game before he ever played in one. That's kind of a legendary story.
Tell us. Thrown out of a game before you ever played in one?
That's a long story.
Well, you know what? That'll be our story of the night.
Well, to make it quick, I was about 2 weeks out of high school. I was 18. Nobody in the Cardinals knew my name anyhow. I was just there. I had to be. But Eddie Stanky was the manager, and he didn't like any umpire. And Augie Donatelli was the umpire, and balls and strikes weren't going our way, and Stanky threw a towel out on the field, and the umpire looked up, seen the towel come down, and he ran over to the dugout, said, "Ed, we're trying to play baseball, quit throwing towels. The next towel come out of the dugout, somebody's out of the game." So he turns, walks back to home plate, and Stanky looked at me and said, "Schofield, throw a towel." So I picked up the towel and I threw the towel. It comes floating down, and here comes the umpire. And there it is. I was kicked out before I was ever in a game.
Well, you know, we're so proud that the Schofields came down from Springfield, Illinois. They're natives for us, and 33 years in the major leagues. Are you kidding me? I don't think anybody can match that at all.
Well, we're proud of it. There's a lot of good players, and I congratulate all these people here tonight, and all sports are great. Should encourage your kids to do it, okay?
Well, it's great to have you both.
Thank you.
Ducky Schofield and Dick Schofield.
There it is, Dick Ducky Schofield, a proud dad there. I was really struck by that interview. You know, how humble and how proud he was his son when he brought that up. This was a 3 for 3 in 12 days, no fee. The 1960 top, shout out to Math Bowler. And Dick Schofield on the 1970 top with my Red Sox. Looking nice. Nice signature. Great looking signature. Great guy. I really appreciate taking your time, Mr. Schofield. This is the second time. There's a father and son card on the 1985. And I didn't know that he was part of the 93 World Series. His son Dick. Shout out to autograph fisherman John Burgess on that one. Toronto Blue Jays. Here is John Richard Schofield. He played with the Pirates and the Cardinals, and as you saw, several other teams, the Giants, the Yankees, my Red Sox, and he debuted in 1953, and he's a lifelong Red Sox fan. I read that, preferred to sign with the Red Sox, but the club had just signed some other expensive players, including Don Buda. I was wondering about that. I would love to ask him next time. How did you become a Red Sox fan growing up in St. Louis or in Springfield, Illinois? He was a career 227 hitter. He had 21 home runs, and he had wasn't big with the bat, but he had great with the field, and had some highlights as well at the bat. And asked him, who was your favorite manager to play for? Dick Williams with the Red Sox in 1969. Favorite highlight from watching your son play in the major leagues? You saw him tell how son coming on the field the first time. Really can't make out all of that. Any advice for young players? I was trying to make out, if anybody could make out, I can't really make out the writing there. I think it's something about just watching good hitters, good players. And what a special one today. Love to get those 1960 tops signed. I think they something about on the horizontal looking there with the big signature there, and of course the 1970s tops always look great as well. Thank you so much, Mrs. Schofield, and thank me for joining me with another TTM Show Saturday Special for this special one. Take care, God bless, peace, have a good week.